Descartes Gaming. I just jumped into a turn 60-ish. I think this is normal speed, or it could be fast speed, I'm not sure. I guess there's a way to tell. It is normal speed. Yeah, because they're 40. Yeah, so we got 2 versus 2 here. Necron and Tau versus Eldar and SM. So this looks pretty good. It looks like a big battle is going to happen. I'm going to give some commentary on it. And we'll see who wins the game. We got 3 base Necron, of course, and 2 base Eldar. So Eldar managed to grab the damage relic, which is really nice. And the players, we got Patul as Tau, Necron, of course, as Disembarrass, Zuko as Eldar, and Lost as SM. So who would I put my money on right now? I mean, composition-wise, definitely Eldar and SM seem to have the better composition to deal with some of the major problems. But I think either team can win. It really depends on how well they position themselves and keep their heroes alive, I think. I mean, Disembarrass has the heavy destroyers to counter the hunters once the hunters show themselves, but the hunters got range of 3, so if he can protect his hunters when they go after a tide wall, he might be okay. Thing is, Disembarrass will armor up, which ensures his heavy destroyers are pretty much invulnerable. So that's what makes that combo so good, is you can counterattack or push and not have to worry about losing units. It's a naked lord as far as armor goes, so if yeah, what is that? Fire prism? Oh, he's got to use his different weapon cycles to oh, link fire. Okay, so that's how it works. Anyways, the Tau player is going to put drones out. They're putting drones out as scouts and units that are expendable. And it looks like he's setting up himself more to hug the forest line. I'm going to just message. Now, one thing to note is the Eldar and SM team have no heroes on the field, which at this point in the game is kind of weird. It's turned 62. So, as you know, I'm not a huge fan of not building heroes whatsoever in the game. I think you can build heroes later in the game because they level up later. And you have usually a lot of influence banked up or items you picked up. So I always think you should at least get, if not early heroes or late or middle to late heroes. Now the commander is a fully itemized commander, so that's going to be very hard to bring down. Although it is a skimmer. I think it's a skirmer. Unit ignores penalties. I'm trying to look at what? My screen just went black. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, the hunters are doing a lot of damage to it. Like, that's not bad, too. And what type of buff did he apply? He didn't apply any buff. Okay, so it looks like they're getting ready for a push. Commander will have their cooldown unlocked. So if I think Zuko and Lost have an opportunity maybe to kill the commander if they really want to, but then they're going to suffer a big counterattack. But killing the commander with this many items, I think it's definitely worth it, even if you lost like 4 to 5 units. I mean, look at how much stuff he's invested on this commander. And plus, that's going to take Tao's buffs. Oh, looks like they're retreating. Okay. So they're going to give up some territory here. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, they're definitely not going in. Another thing I think SM should always get when you're playing team games is orbital scan, because you can scan and see exactly how the enemy's positioned in a spot. And maybe if they would have scanned and saw, oh, commander's out there sort of in the open, and we can hit it with like four hunters and almost kill it. And then, you know, you got the 2 fire. Like I said, even if they lose the 4 hunters, killing this commander with this many items, I think that's a good trade. Because, you know, you can rebuild those hunters fairly quick at this stage of the game. But that hero you can't. So now the Praetorians are going to come out and smash here. So the drones are going to be unleashed, looks like. Or no, most of the drones are taken. Usually I'm not a big fan of just commentating or spectating game because I like playing, but this is sometimes I'll do a stream of just commentating the last big battles or whatnot. So that's going to get mopped up, looks like, in the top right. And then Tao is being very cautious. These hunters are too far back though to get at that. I would say Disembarrass is pretty what's the word, cautious player. He's not the type of player that likes to take a lot of chances, like in say open terrain or whatnot, unless he knows he has a huge advantage. Patel can sometimes be a little bit like the last game I played Patel, he kind of threw all his tanks ahead without even scouting. So he's kind of, sometimes he plays a little bit aggressive. Like, I think he overextended here. He's got his tie ball way out in the open there, and Necron is not following. Necron does not want to go out in the open, but Tao is sort of, I don't know if Tao knows that he has a crap load of hunters, which do a lot of damage to the tide wall. And just a melta bomb alone is going to do huge damage. And the thing is, tide walls hardly do anything to infantry. So they have a medic here. All they got to do is, like, you know, run infantry to eat 3 of these Overwatch shots and then heal it later. But I think the key thing with these type of battles is scouting. You want, like, obviously we have the whole battlefield view, so we know which spots are weak, which spots are strong. The enemy player, or sorry, the Tau and the Eldar and the SM player only see, like, these 2 units here. That's all they see. And they see this unit, or these 2 units right here. So it looks like he's doing, I think that's the defensive. Yeah, range reduction. So that was a good, okay, I see what he did there. So with that defensive buff, he can definitely go in the open when that buff is up. Because now, like, yeah, they don't do hardly any damage. So this is, you know, Tau and Necron is a very hard faction to crack because they both can do super defensive with, like, Tau can do their defensive up, and Necron can do their shields up, so, or their armored up. And then you've got Aldar and SM that none of them went heroes, so they don't really have any special things they can throw at. But I mean, their army, especially SM's army is quite big. Looks like Zuko is trying his best to be annoying and keep this relic. I don't really get that move though, because the thing is he can heal his unit, so yeah, even it'll go down to like 1 or 2 model, but he can heal it. Plus he has a mortal here that can, yeah, I think he needs to just run away. Yeah, this is a very hard matchup because they can keep spamming their defensive stuff, and they don't really have their answer is to kill the Lord and the Commander. But I think when his buff runs out, he's gonna hide in the forest with his Commander. I think that's his strategy. Basically, out in the open, throw the defense up, and then when it's run off, hide in the forest to get the cover bonus. So you got another hunter here. Yeah, those medics are gonna play a big part. But I like the call of the hunters because hunters do well against heavy destroyers and hunters do well against Tau. So they're cheaper than predator tanks, I believe. The upkeep is cheaper, I think. I think predator tanks have like, I think 3 upkeep, I believe. Let's check it out. Yeah, 3 upkeep and 20 more ore. So these are definitely cheaper, and they produce faster too, I also think. Yeah, you can produce hunters a lot quicker. So good choice by Lost there by going the hunter route. Also, Necron, a lot of times Necron likes to go air. So this gives him a good counter to if Necron chooses to tuck into air. Alright, so his hunters are kind of revealed here. So that gives Tau an idea of like, oh crap, he's got hunters. So are they gonna fall back now knowing they see the hunters? Or do they think they can keep pushing? Well, I like also that he's got the heavy destroyers sort of a little bit more in the back, which, you know, that those guys are very important to keep alive because they're gonna kill the hunters. They're gonna kill the fire prisms. Oh, they need to use the scan because like he's out in the open again, no buff. still loses the unit. See, I didn't get that move. He should have just, you know, get out of there. You're not going to kill the Praetorian cover, though. That's the problem. If it was in the open, then maybe. Alright, so looks like they want to stand and fight. They don't have the defensive buff this turn. But the Necrons have the forest plus the defense up, so oh man, he is greedy. It's not enough. And it's just gonna heal. So he loses another spear. Yikes. What he needs to give up on this. I don't get it. So what's their game plan like? Just more hunters, I guess. He's got melta bombs, which alright, looks like they do not want to give up the damage relic. I don't think that's okay. I was gonna say yeah, the commander is just so good with these two. The range reduction and the accuracy bonus. He has a flanking one, but yeah, that one's it's situational really. No scarabs though from the Necron player. Oh, he has scarabs. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, where are the scarabs? All right, now he sees that, and he's gonna get rocked by heavy destroyers. Units. So what I'm noticing is Zuko is just he keeps bleeding out units when my thing is like if you're gonna bleed out units, you always want to at least be able to counter attack. Like make the enemy pay for when you lose a unit. Like if you're losing units and you're not able to take one of their units away, it's not good. I mean, it's going to happen in the game, but it just seems Zuko over here keeps losing units without making them pay. I mean, at this point, he's just got to come to a reality that Necron has their economy up and can outproduce him at this point. So you're not going to hold on to this damaged relic. It's not going to happen. Maybe for like one more turn, but. So it looks like he's got to be doing the defense thing, I think. Well, it looks like Necron. Okay, Necron does his defense thing. All right, maybe. So you could go in with the tie walls, yeah. All right, he wants to kill. Now, what type of tactic is he gonna do? That's the $1,000,000 question. I mean, accuracy will allow him to do a lot more damage. He's still figuring it out. Alright, still hasn't picked. Okay, it looks like he's gonna go defensive. Because he would have done the accuracy thing. Yeah, I think defensive is the right choice. Can you heal? You can heal the commander with the builder drone? Oh my goodness. And my screen just went all blank again. I don't know why. Alright, so they deleted one unit. They both have their defenses things up, so good luck trying to kill them. And they're both range factions, so you got no melee to bypass the range reduction. Well, I think Shining Spears, are they melee Shining Spears? I don't know, my screen keeps freaking out. Keeps going black when I'm trying to stream this. Alright, so this is not looking good at all for them. They just don't have an answer for the hero. Again, he killed the scarab, who cares? I think they gotta fall back. Well, if they stay and fight, they stay and fight, but just they don't have. It's hard to punch through those defenses that they have up right now. They're just gonna take a huge counterattack if they stand where they are. Okay, Melt-A-Bomb is melee. Oh, but he didn't melt a bomb. Okay. Well, I don't know. I think that's a mistake because you would have 2 Melt-A-Bombs on this. And I think 2 Melt-A-Bombs would have killed the Tide Wall. Yeah, 2 Melt-A-Bombs would have killed the Tide Wall. So, but then he's going to get counterattacked by the Yeah, I get. Okay, I get that. Fine. But I'd rather have. I don't know. Heavy destroyers are gonna counterattack them. Well, now they're committed to staying fighting here. Ooh, nice. Nice damage. Damn, even with their defensive buff, that did a lot of damage. Okay. Yeah, heal your attacks here. Grenade, grenade. I think grenade does more damage, right? Ooh. Yeah, I mean, they had just SM and SM and Elder had a huge army in the middle. All right, you're gonna jink. Wow, nice. All right. Whew, man, yeah. They're really giving it to them. And then he's still... Okay. We can jump pack those guys, though. Alright, they're running out of time. That's it. That's interesting. I didn't think they would do that much damage with all these defensive buffs up. Now, Tao's in a bad spot because they have bad morale right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Yikes. Looks like Tao's gonna retreat. Problem is, if he retreats, you got hunters on your ass. Transports they only have move 3, so it's not that great. I guess he's gonna try to hold this forest, and that will save him. But you got fire prison with move 4, and then you've got some hunters. Yeah, he's in full retreat mode here. I mean, if you can kill the builder drone, I think they have a shot at killing the builder drone. Yeah, they have to take care of that fire warrior. 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they have a shot at the builder drone. Oh wait, there's all that Overwatch fire. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty nasty. So his level 6 just came out, I think. Or I don't know how it got up there. Yeah, this is their opportunity to do as much damage as possible. Take care of their chaff. Once they take care of their chaff, then they're pretty much in full retreat mode. He needs the tactic to boost his SM, though. Like, you're going to have that many SM tacticals, you might as well get the edict. Alright, so they smell blood. One thing to note is Necron has a hollow projector and the old one artifact. Oh, you're gone. Well, he couldn't know there was that thing there, so. And he's pinned. Alright. Let's take care of that guy. Yeah, I mean, Tau lost a lot of crisis suits, so they don't have a good answer for all these SM tacticals, really. That kind of sucks. Oh, ouch. Yeah, that was painful. Yeah, I think they got a little too greedy there. They want to do a full push, I guess. He almost kills. He almost kills the builder drone. In fact, I'd move up. At least, you know, he's doing a lot of morale damage by killing. Again, he just can't seem to kill. Oh wow, he's going deep strike here. But they'll be able to get the morale back quite easy because the spear will be easy kill for them. Would have went for the builder drone. Oh, he's got 2 builder drones. Wow. So this hunter's definitely gonna die. He does have his edict again, or not his edict, his command ability up. Alright, so he's gonna do Emp Grenade. It's a nice move. Ouch. So his left The left flank is totally disintegrated. That's an odd move. Can he defense up this turn? No, he can't. Because there's a tons of hunters right here. That's kind of these two heavies are, especially this one here, are prime targets for the hunters. Why does he insist to try? He can't win this fight up here, but he's persistent. I'd rather have these troops right now in the middle. Alright, Commander obviously is going to do defense skill here. Doesn't look yet. Does not look like they can kill it on that outpost for sure. I say they focus on that northern right flank. Clear that out. Clear the heavy destroyers out. Alright. What can Zuko and Lost do here? Let's see. That's such a nice ability that you can shoot and then move your unit. Like, you can combo that really hardcore with Tau. Oh, they finally got one. Alright, get your accuracy bonus. Oh gosh. That's a weird choice, okay. Wait, you're going for the one in the forest? Yeah, you can't bring down that tide wall though. Wow. Yeah, those fire prisms are doing a lot of damage. And the hunter spam continues. Okay, he's got ghost kill coming down. Those should help a little bit, but yeah, never underestimate the tier 1 units, so because they are making a difference. Plus, he's got melted bombs, remember that. Now, his hunters are kind of exposed on the right side. He does have an armored up. But his lord is getting the hell out of there. Alright, so looks like he's gonna get another tie wall kill here. Oh, actually, they're a little bit far. Oh no, he can get in there with the hunters. Graph wise, let's take a look at the graph. Okay, economy wise, looks like Tao has the best, and Zuko is not far off. So that's interesting. Military wise, hard to see loss. Loss is dark, but it looks like Patel has the best military, mainly from his hero though. The commander is like giving him a huge bonus. So Zukov's got good research. Wow. Maybe that explains the fire prisms. Going with a wave serpent. And Lost is just spamming those hunters. Maybe he's going to transition now into Vindicators, it looks like. Ouch. Snipers here to save the day. Yeah, that's how you use lightning spears. Boom. Wow. It's a very interesting game. I really thought Tao had I thought Tao and Necron had the upper hand, mainly because of their defensive buffs they were putting on, and I thought, oh great, how are they? But I mean, Melted Bomb is a good counter towards that because Melted Bomb is actually considered a melee weapon. See, it's classified as melee. If you the traits. So that bypasses his range thing. So, and the fact that he's got these apothecaries are huge for Lost. They're really paying off for him. Like that heal is so good. Um, it's not building assault marines anymore. So it looks like oh wow, he's trying to close the gate off. Ooh. Well, he has a gate down here, but alright, 2 fire. I mean, that army's gone. This embarrasses far right army. Let's say goodbye to that. He killed the gate though. I guess he's saying I'd rather kill the gate. So what I would do, I'd tell my teammate, let's keep pushing them back, right? Let's push them back, and then they got to decide which base they're going to fall back to. If they're smart, they'll try to fall back sort of in this middle part. But I keep pushing them back until they get up here, and then you quickly go and make a run for this base here. Because you want to make them, you want to split them. In a team game, the best strategy is trying to split your enemy. Because then you have the advantage if you split them. Because they have the advantage defending at their home base. But if you split them, you minimize their army a little bit. But it looks like their battle line is quite deep. So they're trying to avoid that. Looks like they want to make a last stand in this area here. I mean, he's got the ghost kills, so that will make a big difference with. And then he's bringing in a level 6 fire blade, so with no big items on it. Probably for base defense in that base. Oh, so that base is you know, out there in the open though. And then he's got this force right here that can come in from the other side. Yikes. Yeah, it looks like Lost wants to go to that base. Yeah, I mean, go for this base. Make them come out of that area. Set up a good Overwatch position. I don't think they probably don't realize that he has no troops over here. Oh, nice. Say goodbye, Hunter. Or Heavy Destroyer. Yeah, Hunters are so good at when stuff are in the open, boom, it's dead. They have the mobility against Heavy Destroyers. They got that +1 more movement. And plus they have a range advantage, so I mean they'll win that open terrain any day of the week. But in the forest, Heavy Destroyers are a little bit harder to deal with. So it looks like they want to keep pushing them back, and then maybe they'll slowly go for that other base that's closest to the middle, maybe. Now, was it wrong for Tau and just Necron to push? I don't think so. It wasn't like they were pushing to a weak spot because they had he had level 6 hero. They both had their defensive buffs, so I don't think it was a bad play. Although maybe they didn't realize how big the army was of Eldar and SM. And Hunters is such a good army composition in this matchup. Like I said, they're faster to produce, they're cheaper, so you can field a huge army of them, and they trade really well with most of the units in these two factions lineup. All right. All right, that's pretty bad for Aldar. He lost some good units right there. It's a lot of hunters. And Disembarrass is like, no, I don't want any of that. Okay, looks like Tao wants to. Yeah, this might be. I mean, I hate to say it, but one thing I hate if I'm playing with a teammate and I'm holding my ground and my teammate is like falling back. Um, oh, he's gonna put commander in the middle. Okay. Like I felt like Necron needs to push here, like to. We'll see what he does. Okay. I mean, maybe their strategy is okay. He's gonna do defensive up, and then Necron will stay back there, and then move in after this turn. Maybe that's the thinking. I don't know. But he's got Melt a Bomb. So, I mean, he's got Marines to get in there to melt a bomb. Those guys can get healed from the medic. Alright, so it looks like Eldar is kind of leaving Lost to fight Tau by himself. Well, I mean the move over here what Zuko did is not a bad move. Because it caught Necron kind of off guard, to be honest. But he needs more support units, I think. Scarabs do a lot of damage. Patient Hunter. But I think like if you're able to kill Commander, I think that pretty much GG's Tau. But yeah, it's hard to do that if you don't have Dreadnoughts. I think that's what he's missing. He needs just a couple Dreadnoughts to put fear into the Commander. Because I guarantee you, if you had a few Dreadnoughts, you would not put your Commander out like this. Because Dreadnoughts do not care about your range reduction. Yeah, 2 Dreadnoughts I think would practically kill this. You can melt a bomb? Whoa! Oh man, he just melted bombed that unit. That was pretty big. There we go. Cavalry has arrived. Yep, they're definitely. He's. Whoa, cleaning up on that. Boom. Yeah, so Notice Embarrass has to worry about his sort of right flank, right northern flank for both bases. That's going to really stifle his reinforcements from helping Tau in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, these games are really good. I like when you watch high level play, little things like this, it really adds up. Because you got to make these tactical decisions like, okay, do I, do base defense? He has the base defense. He's got 2 warp prisms and a serpent, so definitely Necron has to prepare for siege. And he's going for a tie wall snipe. But he's got Patient Hunter up, so I think he overstepped his bounds there a little bit, but he does have that 1 Marine, but that's not enough. I mean, the good news is the heavy destroyers are quite far away to... he can get 1 heavy destroyer. Alright, so this is interesting. Armored up. What is he doing? Shrouded. Okay. Whew. So the Praetorians are in full force now for Necron. Drone coming out. Gonna pin that group. Yeah, my game went all weird. Okay. So maybe he should fall back. Because it looks like... Yeah, Tao's army is quite big at this moment. He still doesn't have any way to deal with the commander. Not when Zukov is over there. Amp grenade? No. Flash. Well, that takes up a action, right? Yeah, I'm glad that this used to be no action consumed. It was way too strong. Oh wow, they really want to kill that. Now, is he going to demoralize it? Does he have the influence for it? Let's check. He does have the influence to demoralize it. I think that would be enough. But he does not want to do that. Okay. Yeah, so his hunter count just, he lost 2 right there, I think. That's pretty big. 2 hunters. But he has a juicy builder drone right here. I mean, with no I say go for this transport because that's that's a builder drone and a tide wall. He's got 4 hunters he can line up for that kill. That'll definitely slow Tau down a bit, losing a builder drone plus a tide wall. I think that's. Yeah, he's going for it. No, what? You're going for the wrong one, mate. Go for the one with the builder drone in it. I think that was the wrong call. You could have healed the snipers with the medic, though. That was a waste. So maybe they're getting a little bit fatigued here. The game's going on pretty long. Yeah. All right, if they kill this battle suit, then perhaps he need. Oh man, it bugs me that he doesn't have the chapter edict to make accuracy buff for his tacticals. They'd be doing so much more damage. Oh gosh. Oh, there you go. Nice. That's big right there. That's good. But yeah, this left flank, he's got more reinforcements, so you got Praetorians that can hit him from the back there. So I don't know. What is Zuko? Yeah, the problem with like he's got his Necron economy in full motion here. Like plus 72 energy per turn is crazy. And yeah, he's gonna non-stop unit production from here on in. So they need to be able to subdue Necron before Necron gets out of control. So Scarab can finish it. Looks like they're gonna kill 2 more hunters. He got him pinned. Okay, he can melt the bomb. Spider. I'll die with one melt the bomb. That's good to get out of there. The spiders are annoying. I think he's. The Razorbacks are really good though. I like just a couple Razorbacks to. The one thing I really like about transports is if things get dicey, they give you an option to retreat and not lose your whole army. All right, I would just retreat, kill, melt a bomb this, kill this, and regroup. Um, Spears. Yeah, he's got a big eco, but he needs to unlock the next infantry tech. Surprised no banshees. Banshees are pretty good. Oh gosh. Melt the bomb. There you go. And that has a builder drone in it. Okay, this was big. Yeah, losing that. That is big. See, the melted bomb ignores his range defense. So I was saying in the beginning, like, whew, that was a big momentum there. Because he got rid of some of his healing. Now he's down to one builder drone. And he's down to one tide wall. Ooh. Alright, you could double tap that. Yeah, so I think in their eyes right now, they're probably getting frustrated. Like, okay, they're pushing us all the way back. We're losing troops. I mean, they're putting up a good fight. Because they got his hunter count a lot lower. But now they have to deal with Vindicators. And then, remember that Zuko has the highest research in the game. So it's just a matter of time before Zuko gets, I guess, his high tier infantry unlocked. And then we're going to start seeing that. He's got the eco to back it up, though. Like, look at all that food ore. So he's building population limit. Yeah, he got his loyalty building up. Yeah, Disembarrass does not want to give up his loyalty relic. No, my economy, my 3 base loyalty relic. So very, very interesting game. See SM's production. 4 armories, very nice. But his eco is kind of suffering at this point. Can't keep up with the 4 armories. Um, he's trying to catch up. I don't know if he drops another tower on a wreck, maybe that will help him. 2 armories. So one thing we learned is like an infantry build with medic support is pretty awesome, especially when they're having a hard time killing, your, because a lot this all these units up here are better for killing just tanks. He has to take care of those Praetorians though. Right, I don't know if I don't think he sees it. His wave serpent will uncover it. So. Ah, there you go. Tactical doctrine. I was wondering when he was gonna get that. Like, he needed that like yesterday. And you find those guys. Say goodbye. Yeah, maybe they're gonna GG soon because they're bleeding out units, and Zukov and Loss are just they keep banging out the units. They just overwhelming them. The I think Patal and Disembarrass need a clear victory in one of the regions of the map, and I just don't see that happening right now. Because what's gonna happen? They're gonna get split, and once they get split, then one of their bases are gonna go down. I think the top player, Devilfish. I know Patel doesn't believe in the Devilfish, but it gives you better mobility. Tie balls are only 3 movement, and you could move your crisis suits a lot more better with a 4 movement transport with Jink. and you could do very like explosive punches, like devastate, like a marine lion. But yeah, he's not a believer of devilfish. I think he's making a mistake on that. I think if he would get one or two devilfishes with crises, I think that's a pretty strong combo. Because you can, you know, put that devilfish on a flank and just go in and All right, I'm back. So, I don't know what has been going on. Whoa, looks like they're sieging the Necron base, just like I said. Boom. That's down. I think they've got the commander surrounded now. And then you've got... I don't know if that's the right call to shoot the Necron Lord. He's got a heal, plus he can hard heal, and he regenerates next turn. But wow, no, they've got almost a full surround. Then you've got this position here doing quite a bit of damage. Jink, that's pretty good. Wow, he's got increased accuracy tech. That's for one turn. He's got the spider though to heal it. But it's already doing some economic damage. Alright, going for Vindicator. Smart. He might have enough if he moves his Heavy Destroyer in the open, but another Fire Prism, so my guess would be try to focus fire the spider. Because no, I think they gotta pull back. You got two Heavy Destroyers, a spider, another spider. But they do have a Necron Lord kill here. If they it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Shine Spears can get in there. Whew! Does a lot of damage, but they have to make sure they eat the Overwatch shot first, because that tie wall is gonna tee up on him. Plus, no, Commander's already fired. Wow, no, snipers do a lot of damage to the Lord. Oh, because he's not moving. All right, there's a bug when you look at the tooltip. The game like automatically puts you out of the screen. That's annoying. But yeah, because these aren't moving next turn, they do a lot of damage. And you got the lightning spear. All right, melted bomb, that takes care of that. Very nice. I think this is if the Lord goes down, they might call it. Because, I mean, Tau barely has an army left. Tau, Tau does not. Now it's just Necron's economy. If it can overcome SM and Eldar, which Zuko's economy does not look like it's suffering at all. Like, look at the. Well, his ore is slowly going down. All right. So the spear needs to get in there, though. I hope he doesn't miss that. Okay, probably does. There you go. Floor goes down. That demoralizes everything. Yeah, that's another thing is when your high level heroes go down, say goodbye to your morale. I think that was more desperation, really, when he had his. Well, he armored up. It wasn't like he put him in the open, but he got surrounded. That was the problem. I wonder if Patil's gonna say Eldar's OP. But he's on Discord saying that they're not, so he can't complain then. Yeah, the middle army is done. Now you just have Necron trying to hold their expansion base. But now you've got the middle wide open for them to either collapse on the expansion base or just go for another base. Alright, it doesn't have Jink up, so the Wave Serpent will go down, it looks like. Or not. Yeah, Wave Serpent is tanky. Oh, 11 armor. Whew, that is a lot of armor, no wonder. 2 damage relics. Oh, he did not find the Guardian, so the Guardian's gonna grab the damage relic from him. Oh, wow. Stealth suits, but I don't know if that's going to turn the tide against lots of infantry. So what is anti-infantry for Tau? I mean, crisis suits are definitely, but yeah, I just don't think stealth suits are going to cut it. Another Vindicator. I mean, 3 spiders, but he has this coast here, so that's going to limit how many spiders he can get on the base. But I mean, Vindicators are great for sieging when there's 2 of them together. They ignore the range defense. But I think these guys get a damage. Oh crap. Yeah, there is a bug when you look at the traits on as a spectator. It blacks your screen out. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I think it's getting the damage reduction, but he should grab this damage relic. I don't know if he realizes he can grab it. But yeah, those melted bombs sure did good work. Oh, he's got one more melted bomb, but he's got to make sure he doesn't run into the commander. Uh, yeah, there's the commander. Oh, oh man. Oh wow, he went into range one. That does the maximum damage. Alright, so Tao's left with just the commander, basically. I don't know, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for Patel and Disembarrass. Oof. I'll give himself one more movement. Ooh, there's the big units. War walkers. Yikes. Yeah, those things pack a punch. I mean, if the Necron base goes down, I don't see how they're going to come back from this. Because Necron on 2 bases, especially, I mean, SM's economy is kind of slowing down, but oh man, the spiders are quite annoying. Alright, so Commander is trying to defend the Necron base. Yeah, if they had a thunder cannon just to repair these high value armor pieces, that would be quite nice. Where's it going? Yeah. Okay. We're going to recapture stuff. Oh, I take the damage relic. So this is where Razorbacks would come in handy here. I mean, it's not over, but I give Zukov and Loss maybe a 90% win chance here. He keeps sending that spirit boat to die. Alright, there you go. If they had the thunder cannon, I'm telling you, they would easily be able to out siege this because they just heal their injured stuff and then. Looks like the expansion base will hold. That's a good move. Although there's. Oh, he's got the range reduction. Oh, no, he doesn't know. Unless he wants to go in with the fire serpents. Especially this one. It might be worth it. Alright, they're going for it. Say goodbye. Okay, that might GG the game here. The commander goes down. Yeah, it goes down with the fire prism. Huge moral loss right there. And that commander had a crap load of investment there. So that's out of the game. His influence, science. Because I think I had a scroll and icon, I can't remember. So no more buffing for Tau. Alright. Then you've got Warwalkers, which are in a league of their own. Ooh, Riptide is out. Okay, that could. Well, it definitely will give Tau a huge military boost. But you have the where we're walkers. Look at that. Almost half damage, half life left. So stronger counter to that. These melted bombs will also kill the Riptide. So yeah, melted bomb very strong against Tau. If Tau goes, so hard to see those brown Necrons. Yeah, they are kind of Disembarrass always likes brown. It's kind of annoying. I think Patul's a little salty because he lost the commander. He knows he's losing the game. Um, and he made a comment specifically, "Oh, Rangers are overpowered or whatever." Right when he lost the commander, and then my point was like, "Well, your commander was out in the open. What do you expect?" I mean, turn 82. Your commander's out in the open. By then, you've got very high caliber units. Of course, you're gonna lose the commander. So I just think he didn't play. But Batul saw the injured Vindicator. He got greedy and he wanted the Vindicator kill. So I guess he gambled and thought it would survive in the open. But like I said, that was a miscalculation by him. And I think they still, like I said, they still had maybe 20% to come back in the game and win, maybe. But losing that commander, I don't know. I think I put their win chance maybe down to 10% now. I mean, let's do the. You've got melted bombs, right? That will own this high tech unit. Plus, you've got this. Where is it? Warwalkers. Look how much damage it does. It's on a freaking outpost, and look how much damage it does. So yeah, this thing is crazy. How much damage it can do. See, but I noticed Patul has gotten really salty with me in the last few games. I don't know. I don't know what his problem is, but I guess he's starting not to be a big fan of me. But it's how it is in Gladius. I am very reckless. I gotta admit. You know what? My play style is I like to take gambling chances, and sometimes that does cost me the game. But sometimes it works out for me. I think that's one area I need to get better in is calculating, and like in chess where you look maybe 3 or 4 turns ahead. Well, when me and Patel are on the same team, we generally win. Our win rate is probably like maybe 70 or 80%. Although our last team up, we lost, but that was just I was playing I was experimenting with like a different AM build, and that was no good. And I mean, right now I'm playing AM, so my win percentage is definitely took a big hit. When I played Chaos, my win percentage was like, and I'm not joking, like probably 90% with Chaos. Even playing the Russian players, my win rate was like probably about at least 70% against the Russian players. But that I mean that's playing with Chaos. And most of my losses came to Eldar before the nerf to Eldar. So most of my losses with Chaos came from Eldar, and that was before Eldar got nerfed. So if I was still playing Chaos right now, and knowing that Eldar got nerfed a bit, like maybe my percentage would be even higher than that. I mean, I like Patel, but like, I'm being straight up honest. Is sometimes he can be really salty, like not like in an angry way, but I get just the way he talks. Like I could feel like he gets annoyed, which is in Gladius we all can get annoyed because a lot of players have different ideologies when it comes to, you know, let's be aggressive, let's build economy, let's do this, do that. Oh, this unit's better than this unit. Oh no, transports are garbage, blah blah blah. Oh, air is garbage, no, air is good. So a lot of times you get people that disagree with each other, and then sometimes that creates an animosity towards, you know, such and such player. I mean, maybe I'm just like looking at it too much, but I felt like, okay, when I played Chaos, Patul kind of respected me and was kind of like, oh great, I gotta play Descry, like, and he never wanted to play against me because I'd always like, I mean, I win almost every game playing as Chaos. Um, but then when I started playing AM, obviously I started losing a lot more, because I'm really determined to try to get good with them. But um, I remember I even think I did a 2 versus 1, and Patul was on another person's team, or was it Patul? And I even managed to beat him in a 2 versus 1. I think it was Patul. I could be wrong, but I do remember playing a 2 versus 1 with Chaos, and or maybe it wasn't Patul. Maybe it was like Sir No Sir or Disembarrass. I can't remember, but I still managed to win with Chaos, which was the funny part. So you got the yellow is Zuko, one of the Russian players, and then you've got Lost, one pink. And Lost specializes in SM, usually huge army builds, and then Zuko sort of plays all the factions. And yeah, I mean, most of the Russian players are pretty good. Like, there's not too many bad Russian players. I mean, when you play against the Russians, you got to play really smart. Not to say Patul and Disembarrass didn't play smart. It's just that you got to be very like I was talking during my stream about, like, Patul doesn't believe in devilfish, and I think he's making a mistake because the thing that they lacked this game that I saw from Disembarrass and Patul is they didn't have the explosive power that they needed. Tide balls are great, but they're only movement 3. Whereas a devilfish, you get 4 movement, has better armor, has jink, and I think you can fit more stuff in a devilfish if I remember. And it's just a lot more explosive type unit. And it's better for retreating. You can't retreat in a tide wall with 3 movement. That's not gonna get you home safely. But a devilfish, you can jink and retreat away with your units, or so it's a lot more safer. And the main point is it's more explosive. So when I used to play Tau, I wouldn't go crazy with the devilfishes, but I'd at least buy 1 or 2 of them. And you know, it's your get out of free jail card. Like if you're, say you pushed in and you tactically misread it, you still have an option to retreat your troops without losing your whole army. So it's, in my eyes, I think that's where I disagree with him, because I know he thinks devilfishes are garbage. But again, it's, you don't go there. It's not for the damage; it's for the utility, right? It's for that movement. It's for um, the 4 space for the transport. And Necron, so that's Necron's weakness, is they're not very explosive. All their units are like 3 movement, 2 range, heavy destroyer. It's a very slow but methodical faction. Their strength is that they can hold their ground. They can push in and hold their ground with their defensive up with the Necron hero. So that's where their strength comes. Later in the game, they get air, the size, and that thing is, that gives them the mobility that they need. And then they've got the obelisk to. Wow, he moved it there, huh? Okay, let's in cover. He's got the obelisk to teleport, you know, troops into it. Yeah, I'm not playing. I did play a 1v1 a couple hours ago. I beat Chaos, but it was kind of like one of those early victories. Because he got a little bit greedy with his hero. But I don't know if we're going to get one more game in tonight, because usually people go to bed around this time. So I just thought I'd commentate this game here. I don't really commentate spectating games, but it was like when I joined this game, it was like turn 50ish, and I thought they were gonna do like a big battle, and then the game might be over, but it it was a long drawn battle, so I ended up commentating a lot longer than I thought I would. I mean, right now I feel like if they don't got an answer to the Warwalkers, it's over, because the Warwalkers are just, look at the damage. Look at the freaking damage of this thing, man. This is what tier of unit is this? I don't even know, but like Doomsark in the base hex almost getting deleted by one of these. And then he's building another one. And the question is this infantry or mech? Because no, it's mech. It's got the tire thing. Okay. I'm saying if SM built 1 thunder cannon, I mean that was synergized so well with this army right now. Just 1 thunder cannon or chaplain. His spy got spotted. Yeah, but I mean, going back, yeah, it's normal when people lose their heroes. It's normal for people to get salty. That's usually a common trait when when you lose a level 8 hero with full items on it. Even though Deathcry was right that you put your hero in the open to kill 1 tank. Um, I mean, Patul, from my experience, has a habit of trying to defend his greediness with his hero sometimes, which is, you know, not good, because you won't get better at the game until you realize that was not a good move. So yeah, that base is gonna go down. 7 HP. Boom, down. And I think they're gonna call GG now. I mean, it wasn't like the Russians walked all over Patul and disembarrassed. But it seemed to me that the first push, I don't know how much you saw of the game, but the first push that was done by Tau and Necron failed initially, and there was, I guess, no way to properly retreat fast enough, or they didn't want to retreat, and they just gradually started losing after the failed push. And it seemed to me they didn't have the answer to deal with all the chaff units, and chaff units meaning like the tier 1 space marines, and they had answers to deal with the hunters, but that's pretty much it, really. So I think it's hard for Necron because Necron, they don't have a lot of good. I mean, you have the actually, I'm starting to like the frail ones, or the fail ones. I don't know what they're called. The Necron things that have a melee damage and they avoid Overwatch. Their weakness is that movement of 3. Yes, I agree. That really sucks. But you can kind of set them up maybe. Like with Necron, you can there's ways to set them up. If you do defensive protocol, move them up, they're safe. And if, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the only other thing I could think that could have really helped them in the tier 1 engagements, is if Necron had a few of those units out, because that's what they lacked. They seem to lack. They got overwhelmed by the low tier units. That's how I felt. No, they when I first started this stream, it was basically Tau Necron army right here, and Eldar SM army over here. Well, in this area. So I mean, both armies face each other, but like I just explained, they initially Tau pushed with their defensive buff, and that kind of fizzled out. And then ever since then, SM and Eldar just kept, overwhelming them turn by turn, slowly but surely. I mean, they're, I guess Patel doesn't want to call GG this, at this time of the game, but I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of time, really. Like, you can see the map, how many units there are. 2 big armies. They've got, officially, they've got them split now. So if they wanted to, they could either do their death pole in the center here and just crush one of the factions here, or they can continue just to separate their armies. I mean, they're gonna look at the map. Look how much map they have. Economically, they have all the outposts. They're gonna have all the relics. And my main thing is, okay, there might have been a sliver of a chance if the heroes were alive, maybe, but the heroes start losing their significance, I think, once you get the higher tier stuff out, like such as Wave Walkers, air units. I think the heroes start losing that immorality that they had in the early game. But that was a big loss. Doomsday Arc for what? Doomsday Arc just killed one model of this. And then, look at Necron is down to 2 base now. I mean, he's got a crap load of energy, but I think he lost out on some production, perhaps. I don't know. That 3rd base, I'm not sure what that 3rd base was. Oh, it looks like it was his science base. Okay, so maybe that's why he's staying in the game. I think the third base was mostly his science base. One thing, Scarabs do a lot of damage towards these towers. He could overwhelm this base, especially if he's got melted bombs, which he does. You know, one thing I haven't seen SM do a lot is use the scans. I think that's another, like, because if you would have scanned this base, right, and you only see 2 units inside the base, I mean, that's like, okay, let's go, attack. Yeah, they can move and use Meltas. Well, I'm telling you, if SM would unlock Thunder Cannons, which I wonder if he did or not. Probably. Ah, the camera keeps moving. No. I mean, Thunder Cannons would heal up all the mech and armor units right now. Dude. And you know, when I talk about like, oh, what could have they done, or how could have they maybe won this game, or I'm not trying to. It's not that I'm trying to be disrespectful to Batul and just embarrass. I'm just, I always just like to think of the what if they did this, what if they did that, or how could they overcome what they were up against. So it's not, I'm not trying to make them feel like they played bad. I'm trying to come up with what I saw, maybe what they could have did differently, or what they could have, what different type of unit they could have incorporated. Like I said, the frail ones for Necron, and maybe a couple Devilfishes for more explosive power and mobility options. That was my sort of feedback that I think might have helped them. Ouch, that hurt. But the problem is like, I feel like if Patel watches this stream, he's gonna feel like I'm hating on him or something, like, oh yeah, Descry, you could do better. Like, I'm not even saying that. I probably, in this matchup, I probably lose too. But the real question is, you know, was there a possible way to win this game if they did something differently? And when I lose a game, I do the same thing. I try to figure out, like, okay, what got me killed this game? What could I have done differently? Was my protection too slow? Was I too careless with my hero? Yeah, but my main point is, Mac, is that it's when you give feedback, or it's not even criticism, it's more of like in a basketball match, right? say your team loses a game, and there might have been a couple things on the court where your team could have did differently, um, or maybe a play didn't go as planned, or maybe you didn't have the right matchups with the players on the court. So I think both teams played well. Like when I watched this game, I didn't see like terrible mistakes done. Uh, in fact, for the most part, I was upset at Zuko because I was saying like in the top right corner, he kept losing troops and not getting anything out of it. So I was like, I think the most critical person was like on this game was Zuko, and I mean Zuko. I think Zuko and Lost both played really well. I wouldn't say Lost didn't do anything. Lost definitely supported and held the middle and pushed Tao all the way back. So I think they both played very well. They both utilized their units really well with each other. I think the MVP unit of the game would honestly be the healers for SM. If you watch the stream, they're constantly healing troops back to full health. That is so much value, you have no idea. So I think right there, that was the only thing I wish SM would have done was build a couple of thunder cannons, because the thunder cannons could then heal the armored units that Zoko has. And I would say team 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3 is a whole different kind of genre, really, because you might be one of the best 1v1 players, but say you suck and say you're not a good team worker. Like say you don't communicate well with your teammate, you don't come up with good strategies together. I feel like that's definitely a drawback, liability. I think another key aspect of these team games is really working together as a team. But another thing to consider is um, you also want to be making the right calls, right? A lot of times in team games, you need to, like, if you're gonna push, you're gonna push. If one teammate doesn't push with you, or is not following the coach's plan, then it could totally backfire and kill half your army. So I think it helps when you have a teammate that communicates well and is backing you up properly and doing the things you need it to do. But when you're playing 1v1, it's a lot different. It's more, uh, it's just you and the other enemy, and so there's more reliance on yourself as a player and what your faction can do, instead of, sometimes factions will lean on another faction to fill in their weakness. Okay, so that's where, like, you know the other aspect of team play really is. They're being a little bit like aggressive here, like, but at this point in the game, I don't think they are worrying that much. That being said, I think like Patul has come a long way. He started playing, I think, when the DLC was released, from my knowledge, and I've seen him grow as a player a lot. He's got a lot better. Actually, he started, I think, watching a lot of my videos and getting builds like my SM build, my Chaos build, mainly the SM build. I think that's popular. A lot of SM players use my build. I have a couple different builds, but his favorite is like the hero build, which I think works okay in team games, but it's a little risky because say if you have an Eldar player, they can easily counter that. I mean, Eldar by far has the best counter towards a hero build when you factor in Dragon Warriors and the hero that can doom you. Um, so it looks like he wants to break this base. The question is, does he have enough troops to break it? I think he does. Because I think he has... No, he's out of Meltas, actually. He does... Alright, maybe he's not going to break this base. Yeah, he needs a little more firepower over here. I mean, it is hurting him economically, though. Whoa, that was a lot of damage right there. A lot of damage. Yeah, maybe I'd fall back. I mean, the thing is they got no transport, so I think they're gonna get wiped out anyways, even if they retreat. But maybe they can save the medics. Maybe the medics are savable. I'm not sure. So this is where you have a huge army here, and no transports, no air to retreat. Like, because it looks like he's gonna lose this whole army, and that might put him slowly back into the game. But fine, Tal survives his base defense, but then is the Necron player gonna survive his siege, right? You got a lot of troops funneling up towards Necron, so. He really needs the drop tech too. Like SM, I feel when he gets this late in the game, get the drop tech. I mean, unless he doesn't have the influence for it, which if I can click on a unit, which is not letting me. Okay, because they're moving units, I can't. It's automatically gonna move the camera. Unless I can click. No, that doesn't give me any. Okay. Does it tell me his influence? There you go. Yeah, he doesn't have the influence for it. So this is interesting play. Looks like this game is gonna go another 20 turns probably, because he's falling back, so no more push on Necron, and I'm pretty sure this army's gonna get wiped out because I don't think it can, like, again, it doesn't have the mobility to run away fast enough. I mean, okay, Eldar will probably get away, but I doubt the tacticals are gonna go back to their families. Go back to little Timmy. I mean, he's got War Walkers coming to reinforce, which will help. Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to stay another 20 turns on this match. I feel like it's just a matter of time before they can build up their super death ball and just wipe out one of them. I mean, Necron's not looking very strong on a 2 base. It's not like, okay, he'll still be able to produce some units, but it's nothing like a 3 base Necron. 3 base Necron is very, very strong. And as we did the damage calculations, the walkers easily overpower the Tau big units. So will Tao run after? I think running after them is a good idea, but I don't know if Tao knows. Because what, the stealth suits are pretty much invulnerable. They don't do a lot of damage though to infantry. Ooh, oh, he had a medic. Oh, almost a medic kill. Not quite, actually. Actually, yeah, he did. Because with stealth suit, that would have been enough. Yeah, I mean, the big factor is Zuko still has a decent economy to keep producing these high tier units. And then, I mean, SM is kind of fizzling out at this point in the game, but he still has a decent army, you know? Could they come back from this? I don't know. I really don't think so. Unless Tao gets some major victories here. Like, he really has to just smash. Like, because Necron is barely holding out here. I think, if I had to guess, I feel like maybe Zuko and Lost want to just go right for Tao, because Tao seems to be the biggest threat. But I mean, because the terrain is not very helpful to them in this area. It's kind of like choke point. But yeah, this is gonna go another 20 turns. Oh, nice. And do one more hunter. Boom. Free heavy destroyer kill right there. I mean, I get disembarrassed, but disembarrassed knows there's hunters out. Like, I mean, he's trying to be sneaky with the heavy destroyer. But yeah, you got to be careful, especially like, yeah, the water's nice, but guess what? Range 3 hunters. That's just gonna. I mean, yeah, that would be exciting for them to come back, but like Zukov and Lost really have to make some really bad mistakes and tactical decisions for that to even be a possibility. Unless Patul can 2 verse 1. If Patul can 2 verse 1 them, then yeah. But that, I don't think Patul can 2 verse 1 them with the army composition that they have. Because right now Necron's kind of like, you know, on his death roll. I mean, he's trying to produce these doom arcs, but again, the walkers are just gonna obliterate them. So, but like I keep saying, the big thing that they got wrong this matchup, Zuko and Lost, is the Lost didn't build thunder cannons. Thunder cannons could heal all the mech on their side, which is like, yeah, that's a missed opportunity right there. And it's not like he didn't go barracks. Like, you'd be like, okay, he's got 2 barracks, so there's definitely easy transition to get thunder cannon unlocked, and then you can produce them quite fast. I mean, if he was on 1 barracks, okay, that thunder cannon is going to take quite a long time to come out, but Yes, thunder cannons heal all vehicles and fortifications as well. So not like they need the fortification thing. There is, I believe, only 2 walkers out. Uh, there is. I'm trying to find. Okay, one over here, making away with this army, and then there's this one here, that's a little bit injured. So I mean, Necron and Tau are both in turtle mode right now. So how do you stop turtle mode? Well, you get better units. Um, you get better units basically. You get units that can do a lot more damage, and then can overpower a turtler. That's sort of how you defeat a turtler. The weakness of the turtler is, and I'm not saying what they're doing is a bad idea. If your army is smaller than the enemy, then turtling is your best option. But the negatives of turtling is you lose relics, you lose outposts, so your economy isn't as powerful, and you're dealing with severe lack of map control. So your mobility to get around the map is a lot less, and you have way better scouting information when you have all the outposts on the map. And it means that you don't need to put any troops in defense. You can keep everything on the front line. Well, it's a tier above medics, so it's not super. It's not super late, but I gotta get. I'm gonna get my kids ready for bed. I'll leave the stream going here, but I got a feeling this is gonna go another 20 turns. All right, so I'm back. Yeah, so really good victories here from Disembarrass and Patul. They're definitely really clobbering both Zuko and Lost here. Now, it's not looking too good on the left flank because a lot of this is low tier units against high tier units. So it's that was a little mini victory there, but barely. And then if he can't strongly take out these Praetorians, then that's a good victory from Disembarrass over here. Looks like he got a little bit too greedy. So yeah, that crisis is definitely gone. So that was kind of a little bit too much greed, I think. Oh, easy. I wouldn't. No, don't move it in. No. You've got melt a bomb. Oh, just one melt a bomb. Okay. Well, actually, no. You can heal that one. Get 2 melted bombs on that. That might be enough to kill it. Oh, he takes it out. Can't heal. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I gotta say, Patul is okay. The win percentage went from 10%. Now it's back to maybe 30 or 40% for Team Patul and Disembarrass. Still not in their favor. It really depends on how well this army here can do. If this army can break Necron, it's over. It doesn't look too good. I feel like Zuko and Lost are kind of they're all over the place. I understand too. I would have probably combined more of a death pall and keep a scouting recon force over on the left, but it's not looking good. This guy's out of place. He needed to be with the middle of the army. I don't know why it was put way down here, but that was kind of a bad position for his, because this guy would have made a big difference if he was. I mean, that was the right decision to retreat. Now, is he gonna take his sieging force to reinforce? Is his economy fizzling? Okay, his economy is fizzling out now. So Tao's economy. This is basically his army. So if they crush this army, then Tao's basically, he's done. Tao's done. Because Tao can't mass produce like the other factions can. Not as nearly as fast as 4 armory or. You have this unit. Whoa. Unit does pretty good damage. Okay, what are you doing over here? So he's gonna try to counter here? Alright, that's good. Got rid of that unit. Very nice. Slap Praetorian's dead. See, I mean, Necron's, if he loses these 2 other, I mean, that's a lot of Praetorian power gone. Yes, he killed a few of the Rangers, but I think losing this many, okay, it looks like you can't get that last. That guy has 1 HP. Can you get it? Can't see. Doesn't look like it. If you put the ranger out, no. Yeah, if you put him out here, no. I think in this tile space here, you could shoot it, but. Oh no, you can't. He doesn't have a shot there. Oh, that's unfortunate. So he only killed 2 Praetorians there. So looks like Lost is gonna reinforce the middle. Yeah, that was a huge turn from Patul though. I mean, Patul really hit him hard there. I mean, they lost a lot of units. And that's what I talk about explosiveness. I think explosiveness in this game is very important. Um, the factions that can explode and just delete units really quickly are usually the tier 1 factions. And that's how you want to do it. You want to take out units as fast as possible. And that was a good example of Tau just wiping the floor. And now that's literally given some breathing room now for Tau to get map control. But Patul might be overly cocky right now. He feels that, oh, that was easy. So maybe he'll continue to push. And then he might, push into some of the higher tier units that are slowly coming to back him up. But he's got a lot of these Riptides, though. But that basically drained his economy. 6 upkeep, which is a lot. So looks like he wants to get Necron broken out of his base, so he's going to the far right, which will leave his base defense a little bit out there, but it depends if they want to try to push it. I don't know. So he's got the builder drone for healing, so that will help a lot. So I think he's opted for better move with Tau, which, oh crap, which is a good. Yeah, I was just explaining that Patul had a huge turn. He deleted like 5 units, and he suffered only like one casualty in the counterattack. So, like I said, that definitely put them back in the game. Now, will that be enough for them to come back? I don't think so at this point, but it has put them sort of back into, well, this is a more closer game than it should be. Again, it's really about these high-tech units that they need. Whoever high-tech units sort of stay alive the longest, that's gonna decide the battle here, because they do a lot of damage. So now he finally has his high-tech unit up in the front line now over here. I don't know if that's the right play. Like, he doesn't, these units he's got over, they're not in counter attack position. I don't. This is all forest in this area. This Crisis are just gonna melt those units. Alright, looks like he really wants this damage relic. He's gonna go for it, okay. But then he's got this, like, this guy is very valuable, and I don't know if he wants to leave it. I mean, he's safe in that spot, but if Necron and Tau end up winning this, then this would be like one of those miracle comebacks. But like I said, if you look at if you look at Tao's, Tao has no more production. The game bugged out because when you click on icons in spectator mode, it bugs you up. No, no, yellow's ahead of tech. I mean, yeah, SM is last in tech. Well, the key thing with Necron is he's building up his force, right? And that's good. Uh, and I think he's waiting for the opportunity time to waiting for Tao to link up with him, and then he's gonna break out of the base. I think that's the plan. Looks like that's what Tao wants to try to do, but this is a pretty sizable mech army from SM right here. And then you've got Eldar just like controlling this area here, which is kind of, I don't know, no man's land. My point is that Tao cannot produce anything other than a couple fire warriors at this point in the game because of, if you look in the top left, he's got -4, 0 food, and +10 rec or minerals. So yeah, there's no more big tech he can produce. Now looks like, I mean, Zuko is slowly slowing down. He still has a lot of ore. 53 per turn is a lot. And then you've got SM. I think SM's economy isn't as great. So it's pretty even. But like I said, the longer this goes out, I mean, Tao's not producing anything more than this. So I think that's why Batul's pushing aggressively right now, because he understands that he can't produce any more units at this point. So I think he wants to try just to crush the armies right now, and then maybe they surrender if their armies are completely wiped out. But I think it'll get a little bit harder to do that once they get closer to the Way Walkers or the War Walkers or whatever. Yeah, that's literally the last big unit. In fact, if we look at his ore now, or no, I think that was that one. No, that's a brand new one, I think. Yeah, the snipers are starting to fall off now because a lot of this is all mech. So snipers aren't. He's still producing snipers though. I'm not sure if I would keep producing the snipers. But yeah, he can't produce any more of the Wrath Knights. Yeah, his energy's too low. Or he can produce more of the. Oh, never mind. They're moving all their stuff. Well, Tao's economy is slowing down because he's got too much. He's got all this high resource units out now. So the upkeep in itself is made his economy stemmatic. So he can't produce any more big units at this point until he loses some or captures more outposts or builds more resource buildings, which doesn't really look like it. I think that's why he's aggressively just pushing out right now, because he I mean, if he stays in his base, that's not doing anything, right? He doesn't have the economic advantage at this point against the other factions. Although Everyone seems to be slowing down eco-wise, so it's not like affecting just him. I think maybe Necron is the only one that still has a decent economy going. You know, lots of ore and energy. He lost his science base, so uh, that's why Necron is still fairly healthy with his economy. If he lost the energy base or influence base, then that would have hurt Necron a lot more. There's a free unit to kill. And that hunter is yeah, he only has 2 Vindicators. Yeah, I think here's my analyst. When it goes very late game, then the factions that actually invest in a crane seem to do it seems to provide them a better bonus if the game goes extremely late game, which it's starting to, because you can uh, build up your eco a little bit faster. So what you notice is the factions that don't build the cranes, if their ecos gradually kind of slow down a bit. Besides Necron, um, Necron can just rush their buildings. Thing is, if you go early crane, um, then that means like your army is usually a little bit smaller. So there's trade-offs to it. I usually only build the crane if I plan to go air, though. That's usually my thing. Patient Hunter, defensive buff. Okay. It's on like Donkey Kong. Here we go. He rebuilt the commander. I don't think he has a lot of influence, though, to buy items. Yeah, can't really. But that defensive buff is huge. Now, will the Doomsday arcs come out? That's the question. Wow, he's in killer mode right now. Oh man, 2 Riptides. Yeah, that movement. See, the movement in this game is it equals to explosiveness. I think like people underestimate that high movement on units. Yeah, he invested in the. You can give what do you call? Whoops. You can give your mech like a buff. So he's gone for the movement buff. The Doomsday's arcs gotta come out. They gotta come out. You got. This is your opportunity to tool and disembarrass to smash, like, you know, Zuku and they're all spread out. They're not. They don't have their giant death ball. This is your time to shine. They're out of position. This whole army here is out of position. You got a perfect chance to wipe out the mech force. Just bring the Doomsday Arcs out. I think Patul's trying to tell Disembarrass to push. Disembarrass is a very cautious player, so he probably thinks it's a bad idea. But thing is, Patul is fully 100% invested in this push. So he needs Disembarrass to push here. I guess Disembarrass is scared that there might be a huge SM army back here, but there isn't. Are you joking? Disembarrass did not push? Oh. Riptide. Riptide is the name. That is a huge mistake. They had this. There's no reason why the Doom's Arc shouldn't come out here. Oh, that's bad. Because now that gives SM a chance to retreat or do some damage. Okay. Don't fire. Move your other one. Alright, so those do really good damage. Yeah, against the stealth suits. And also against the Crisis. Alright. Those get taken down by snipers. Oops. Bad morale kicks in. He's got a melt-a-bomb. What was that? It looked like... Oh, he tried to get into the forest. Builder drone! Oh, he loses a builder drone. That's huge. That's very important for Tau to heal his mech army. Like, I feel like Disembarrass made a bad judgment call not pushing with his army. Because Tau really like, Patul did a good... I think Patul did the right play, but his partner didn't back him up here. I don't understand why, though. I wonder if Patul wanted him to stay in his base. Ooh. Or maybe he wanted Overwatch support, I guess. I'm not sure. Now, if they kill one Riptide... oh, wow. Okay. That'll demoralize everything. But he's got that commander buff. Boom. Okay, that comes down. He did his melt-a-bomb before the bad morale, so that was a misplay there. He would have did a lot more damage if he waited for the demoralize with the melt-a-bomb. But just look at all these units. They almost got a full surround. I mean, yeah, Necron will push out next turn, but I felt like, I mean, it actually didn't go too bad for Necron because he got his Overwatch fires in. So but I still felt like he should have blocked or put pressure on the SM hero. Nice play by grabbing the damage relic. That was very nice of Zuko there. Yeah, that's a lot of units. So Commander is basically, he has to wait another 2 turns for his abilities to kick in. The Hunters do bonus damage towards Skimmers. They do a lot more damage to Flyers though. Yeah, so he's gonna whittle down his hunter count here. Nice. There you go. Oh yeah, those scarabs are really putting a lot of work in for Necron. So the morale's sort of back now, for the most part, for Tau. That's another key thing of this game is like the morale swings. You have to either be able to get it back or, you know, inflict it on your enemy. I'm really happy that Gladius has the morale system because I think if you take that out, the game is not as dynamic as it is. I think it makes the strategy part of the game a lot more intense when you have to factor in morale. And so kudos to the dev team that came up with the morale system. I think that was really, because there's a lot of games, right, that don't have the morale system. Now, Tau has to be careful. Some of the big hitters are coming up. The Walker plus the Wrath Knight, and these units don't play around, you know? Like, look how look how big this unit is. But this is the big battle. This is maybe the battle for the game right here. Whatever army gets totally defeated, they'll probably end the game. Because there won't be any more... No, so when you kill a unit in this game, there's an experience and death value of each unit, and that value is determined by level and how high of a tier that unit is. Okay, so higher level units and higher tier units will inflict a greater morale penalty if that unit dies. So therefore, like when tanks die, you tend to see a bigger morale hit than if a guardsman died. So sometimes, you know, you're trying to kill a certain unit just to morale bomb the other side, because once you do that, then they're going to do less damage and you do more damage to them. So that's the other strategy part of the game is, you know, trying to, you know, get those good matchups and morale bomb the other side so you can kill them quicker. Yeah, it's a big part of the game. Once you get into the competitive part of the game, it's each side is trying to morale bomb the other side. That's like the goal. Now there's units and strategies you can do to like prevent morale drop or make it very hard for the other side to morale bomb you. But if this game didn't have the morale system, like I think it would be a lot more boring because you wouldn't see big kind of explosive attacks that could change a battle. You know, if there's no morale system, it's pretty much you're doing face value of damage on every attack. But when you factor in that wild card, it makes the battles a lot more exciting because things can change based on how you go about killing. So this is interesting. It's not looking good for the Zuku and its Lost team right now, but they still have a pretty sizable army. I think it really boils down to them. If they can get a circle, I don't know. We'll see what they can do. I still haven't seen their big hitters get used yet. And the thing about Lost did not tech very high in the tech tree, and he really needed thunder cannons. He didn't get thunder cannons. I keep saying it, but because the hunters are good, but they're a low tier unit. He needs, yes, he made a switch to Vindicator, but he doesn't have a ton of Vindicators. I mean, So that was a big attack there. Yeah, the Vindicators are starting to do their work now. I really think the Builder Drone has to die, but he needs. Yeah, it looks like he can probably get it with. A, oh man, if he had grenades, that pains me too. That Zuko didn't go grenades, but I guess because he was invested in snipers. Nice. So Builder Drones are out. So he has no more heal from them, which is a lot. Ooh, that hurts. Can they kill one more battle suit? No, they cannot. Well, it looks like Necron's gonna bail out Tal though, as far as the retreat goes. And look how much damage he does to the Riptide. It's crazy. But he needs to melt a bomb it and then hit it with. Ooh. Why are you going into the wire weed? That's weird. Okay. Melt a bomb and then you've got a Riptide kill, which is pretty big there. That's gonna morale bomb the oldest group. Oof. Well, that doesn't do any damage. Oh, wow. No, you got it. Wow. Yeah, bad morale. Look at all that damage. Boom. Just melting. Yeah, now, like, his base is wide open for this army here to kill. He doesn't have any more big Riptides to defend the main base. So it depends how aggressive Zuko is going to be. If he's going to go right for the base, or if he's going to try to mop up the center army. But getting bad morale is hurting him a lot here. You can see, everything does a lot more damage when you're hit with the bad morale. Zuko's being very cheeky here. Wow. But I mean, hats off to Disabera's. He actually has a defensive army there, so he's still playing smart, far as not to lose that base. Can he kill the? Right. He needs Okay. Oh, he's got the siege shield on the Vindicators. That's gonna be tough to crack. All right, so getting morale back. Oh, they avoid zone of control? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, that makes the movability even better. The Riptides ignore zone of control. Oh wow, I never even knew that. I'm telling you, this has been a very good game, and each side has played like tooth and nail here. It's it's a slugfest right now. Like these super units, man, they're slugging it out. But you got Necron trying to save Tau from being wiped off. The Riptide is this unit right here, this big guy right here. I mean, Necron's doing a fair job cleaning up, but the thing that I'm gonna say is, like, I don't think he can. There's no army left in Tau's base. Now, the question is Tau gonna try to push the base, or not Tau? Zuko and Lost. Okay, I'm back. Another Riptide dies. I think that's all his Riptides gone. So that's not good for. Oh no, one more Riptide left. Hmm. Wow. Yep. Look like Zuko smells blood in the ocean. And looks like they're gonna get the final Riptide here, which will demoralize Necron Army. Oh, that's down. Oof. All right. So let me. Here's what I think. I think Batul noticed his economy was basically at a point where he couldn't produce anything. Now it's getting better because he's lost the upkeep of a lot of his stuff, and I think that's what made him go kind of hyper aggressive, which he did a pretty good job. I just felt like he needed Necron fully backing him out though to do a really. I think once he got to SM, he was already kind of injured a bit, and Necron was still like back in his base. Um, But the problem now is, yeah, Necron might be able to uh, defeat this army here. Well, there's a Wrath Knight, so good luck with that. Uh, but then you have this other problem where Tau has 0 bases. Uh, so I think once Tau's base gets invaded, that will be game. Even if Necron cleans this up, which still don't think it'll be easy cleanup. Well, my son just made me lemonade and it tasted horrible. He put like way too much lemon. And I asked him, "Did you taste it yourself?" No. Yeah, when your kids try to make food, when a 7-year-old tries to make you food for breakfast or lemonade, and they never got any help or whatever, or they don't, yeah. I was like, okay, am I gonna survive this drink here? You must have put like 5 lemons. Oh wow, okay, so you're a little bit older than me. Yeah, my kids are still kind of little. I, although my last kid, that's it. My wife's not having any more kids. She she cut the tube. Well, I have 3, but 2 that live with me. I had when I was younger, real young. I yeah had a kid, and that woman made it so hard for me to like. Oh man, I'm telling you, so hard. Like I hate when women like. There's a lot of dads that don't want to be around their kid or whatever. Like, but when I lived in my old country, um, I tried so hard to be like that dad that was like, always spending time taking their kid this and that, and the mom would like slam the door in my face when I would like drop my child off in her custody. And I just think like it's sad though, cause like you look back at it now, it's like you know, yeah, you could hate the other person, the relationship didn't work, but like if a woman or especially a father, like if they're trying to be a good dad and like spend time with their kid, like why make it hard for the father? Like uh and I mean it more towards women because generally women have most of the control when it comes to the parenting side of things when you're separated. Um, I just think in the long run, like, what did you achieve? Like, when you make it difficult, you sometimes you scare off the father, and they don't want to have anything to do. You make it so difficult that and so negative, and like you make it so they don't want to even be a parent. You know, I mean, for my case was a lot different because I married someone in a different country and I moved, and so um, it was. But my main point is like I've seen it a lot, like not just in my life, but in other people's lives where the mom will just have beef with the dad and use the child. And I know guys can do it too. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. And I know some guys don't pay child support, and some guys don't care one bit about. I get that, but for the fathers that literally are trying to do the right thing and like why make it like I don't get it. I don't get it. It it's like, and one thing I never did, even though I went through a really bad like custody thing, um, I never ever say anything bad about her mother in front of my first child, never. And I'm really proud of that. Like I don't know, she probably said a lot of bad things about me with my child, but like I'm proud that I didn't go down that road. That I never like my child never witnessed me saying, "Oh, your mother's this, your mother's that," and I think I wish a lot of parents that aren't, because in the end it hurts the child. Like they're gonna grow up, they're gonna remember those times that you said this, you said that, and you know what? They can when they grow up, they can make that decision whether or not you were a good mom or you were a good father. You don't have to brainwash your kids and put things in their head. And yes, I know I'm getting a little like into this, but like it was a big portion of my life. I had to go to family court, had to fight for every single right. The mother made up all these stories like she don't trust me with the kid. I'm a endangerment, even though I have no criminal record. I went to university, I have a good job, and it went from when I was with her to like I'm a great father, and then once we separated, it went from like I'm this like terrible person, which I just that's one thing I say like I because I live like I feel for guys that um and I knew a couple of my friends on Discord that they went through some bad custody battles too. Like, I respect like when two people that aren't good match. Oh, we got good game. That they can still be good parents and treat each other like respectfully. Like, I really respect that, but I really dislike when you use children as a way to get back at the person that you're not with anymore. I think that's a pretty low blow to do. Anyways, pretty good game, but I called it a long time ago. I mean, he had no more army in the Tau base, and that was pretty much it. But yes, I married a beautiful woman. You're welcome. And I live in another country, and I everything worked out. We have our own house, we have our cars, we have our kids. Um, we both make a good salary. Uh, when I lived in my other country, I mean, I was barely getting by. Like, I didn't have a great job. At one time, I had a good job, but most part it was a struggle. But that was a good game. Very long. Uh, I must say that Patel surprised me at the end. He came out like a tiger at the end and was just he was demolishing Zukov and Loss. Like I was kind of shocked by that, but I thought maybe Disembarrass could back them up a little bit more, but other than that, it was a pretty good game. Yep, I'll see.